welcome to my channel. This is Sita. So today, I hope you're well. I think I said that. So today I'm going to be talking a bit about weight loss. So new year, new me usually means weight loss. Yes, we all know the usual: gyms at a discount. Healthy food is vast, it's everywhere, and we all feel pressured to slim down the waist, but this year I think I have a new lease on life. And for me, yes, I do go to the gym more in January just because everyone's trying to do New Year's resolutions, weight loss, and definitely for me, at the moment it's not really about weight loss. It's more about just being fit, healthy, putting the right things into my body. So definitely that's the main thing for me, very much so. But I do know a lot of people. I should really put some pictures. I'll try and put some pictures of before and after. I don't think I might have like toned a bit since the wedding, but since then I haven't really done much, just checking on my body and everything. I have currently a neighbour that's looking through the window, so I'm like, can you just stop? But yeah, anyway, I digress. But so I'm a bit like, what the heck? But yes, weight loss. So yeah, I'll put a few pictures up. Can see from my lowest, I think, which was like in 2018, and then since then I've just kind of dabbled back and forth with my weight. So yes, I think the heaviest I've been actually was like last year and a bit of this year, like the first half, just because of the stress of the wedding. Just because I feel like when you're stressed, no matter how much you're working out, eating healthy, it doesn't work out. Like that didn't work out for me at all. I think I just it felt like I was just gaining or it wasn't moving. So definitely say don't stress out. But yeah, beginning with the first one, for those that are looking for weight loss, please, if this is a trigger, do kind of change this, just because if you do have any eating disorders or anything like that, I don't want to trigger that. But this is, for me, is a healthy way of healthy weight loss and not obsessiveness, not being obsessive about it too much, just because I think we all do have a tendency of getting to a point where we're like, oh my god, I need to lose weight quicker, and it's not coming down quick enough. And it's like, no, it's okay. You don't have to worry about it's about maintaining it more than anything. That's the main important thing. So don't make it about weight loss. For me, it's make it about health. So make it about your full health, well-being. Pardon me. Like I say, mind, soul and body. Speak to your mind first. So for you, you're like, for me, it's like, I'm not in this for weight loss, I'm in this for my health, to feel good about myself and just be healthy for the future, you know, not to be ill, and you know, things like that, you know, things that can come with sometimes not being healthy, let's say. So things for me is definitely think about that, and then be like with your body, be like, I'm not looking for a goal weight. I would like to look maybe like this, but if I don't, it's, you know, it's not going to be the worst thing. Like I want to get to a stage where I feel fitter, that I can do this better. So for me, when I got a bit heavier, it was like, what, I don't like this, that I'm walking and I'm heaving and hoeing. So for me, it was like, oh, okay, for my personal self, I don't like that feeling. So for me to be better, let me do more cardio. So for me, I just started doing the Stairmaster, walking, to just improve that aspect of it, rather than making it a goal about, oh, let me lose pounds. It became a goal about the fitness, like, oh, let me get a bit fitter, because I don't like how I'm like just going up these one stairs and I can't really breathe properly. Like that's not really good for me, and then, you know, my heart doesn't seem to be happy about it. So definitely think about health and fitness as in a holistic way. That's how I always see it as. It's never like a one thing of like, oh, let me just look a certain way. It is more about your mind, body and soul as well. Because if you're feeling, because you can feel, because I have realized this, you can be at the weight you're in and not feel great. So I've been before where I've lost weight and I'm like, well, it's not what I expected. I don't feel any better. And it's like because I never really spoke to the reason why I was doing it, and the cause was very much a, what's the word, fickle. I don't know how to use that word, but fickle, I'll just use it for myself. Fickle in a way, because it was just for a fleeting thing. It was just for a type of body. It was never for like, oh, I'm doing this because I'd like to feel healthier, feel better about myself, feel good, enjoy life, feel confident that I can do this activity better. Just things like that. So adding on to the actual why you're having the weight loss. Yes, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have it as like, oh, I want to lose a few dress sizes, because that's not a bad thing. So you can be like, I want to feel a bit better in my clothing, so I'm going to drop down a few dress sizes. But also I always say add on to that, so don't always make it about the physical, make it about also how you feel mentally, emotionally, and all of that good stuff. And the next thing I'd say, the first thing for me is I'd correct your diet. I know every time people would say this, but just correct your diet first, don't do it, try and be exercising, and then I'd be like, oh no, it don't matter about the food. It does. You can never you can never outwork out a bad diet, basically. If food's bad, it's bad, because you can go to the gym, burn 500 calories and eat I don't know, a massive bowl of ice cream for 1,000 calories or more, and that's kind of, you know, plus the other food that you've eaten. That just will kind of defeat the purpose. You always have to be, as I say, in a calorie deficit. I used to count calories, but for me it's just not. For me, the only time I'll count calories is if I'm been off the wagon for a while and I'm trying to go back on, just so that I can understand the measurements of food, and then after that I can kind of usually eye it up. I can be like, yeah, 2 scoops, that's like 250 calories, something like that. But I only do that for like a week or two, and then I'll stop, just because I know how I am. So I definitely believe, like, if you know the type of person you are, don't calorie count. If it needs to be, get like a portion control cups where you can just kind of measure it, or the plates I've seen. But definitely for me, it's not for me. For some people it is, but definitely find the right one for you. But calorie counting, I feel like, can be a bit too, it becomes restrictive, and then you feel like, oh my gosh, I ate too much today. And obviously, if you're the first time doing it and you have no idea about calories and stuff, I definitely say do it for like a week, just so then you can, or 2 weeks, to find out how you eat and how much you actually eat, because it does sometimes shock you, like, oh god, I was putting like a few scoops on that, and that's like 600 calories, when in your head you thought it was only 150 calories. So understand your calories first, and then you can kind of, after that, wean yourself, I'd say. And then next one is, after you get your food right, add in your exercise. That's from walking 30 minutes a day, either going to the gym for 30 to 40 minutes. It can be dancing, it can be a sport. Just moving your body is always a good thing. I feel like no matter what it is, you always feel good. Gets all the endorphins or dopamine, I don't know what it is, gets all them going, and you feel great afterwards. So I'll definitely say start slow if you've never really been into it, as in like working out all the time. Start slow, 30-minute walks each day, 3 times a week, should I say, or something like that. If you want more, I have 5 days. I know for me, I'm usually consistent with the gym, so for me, I do love a good straight on 3 days a week, 45 minutes to an hour. And I usually, within that, I will just do 10 minutes, 15 minutes on the treadmill, and then I'll go straight onto the Stairmaster sometimes for like 10 minutes, and then I'll go straight to my weights. So that's my leg press, deadlifts, etc. I do love my weights. I do say incorporate weights, because that really is helpful, good for joints and your bone health. excuse me, especially later on in life. I know some people think it makes you bulky, but doing a little bit never hurt anyone, I always say. Even if it's, at least you're adding it in, it doesn't have to be majorly heavy. But yeah, I would say incorporate weights in that within your cardio, just because it does help you bone wise, just health wise, and it does help a bit burn a bit few more calories. That is speculated. I'm not a professional person for fitness. Please don't use this as, what do you call it, gospel. Please do go to your doctor and consult them if you are wanting advice or anything. This is just what I did that helped me kind of maintain and lose a bit of weight when I did want to. So yeah, I'd say 10k steps a day. That's what I did before. Do 10k steps a day, and I'd use Samsung Health, and that would, you usually have like walking challenges, so you'd have to walk on maybe 200,000 steps in a month, so then you could see yourself on the ladder. And that also was a great motivator for me and my husband. My husband, to be fair, is fit, so he's just used to help me and support me, to be fair. And last but not least, be consistent. With everything, you just kind of have to do it until you see the results. Sometimes I think for me, the best time that it worked was I got to a point where it was routine. So I would wake up, have my porridge, go to the gym for like 30 to 40 minutes, come back. At the time I was like in college, I think, or high school, college or uni. So like 18 or something, and then I also go to college whenever and read my books, etc, etc. And I actually got to a routine. By the time when I looked up and I was like, when I did like see the changes, and I was like, obviously it wasn't the changes I'd wanted to see, but when I saw the changes I was like, oh wow, okay, I've been just putting my head down and doing what I need to do, and actually the changes I've seen them, like I'm toning. Obviously at the time I'd wanted to kind of slim down as well, but even within the toning I did slim down, but it's probably because I didn't slim down as much as I wanted to. Be consistent in whatever you do. So be consistent in eating healthily, be consistent in the working out. Set yourself the goals. It doesn't have to be major goals. For me, the best thing I did was intermittent fasting, which I continue to do now. I think because I just did it for that long that I don't have an appetite most of the time until 12. I still haven't eaten even till now. I won't eat until maybe 12 or 1 o'clock. And just, I feel more productive, I feel less sluggish. I did do the last one I was talking about before the camera went off, was be consistent, eating the right foods, exercising, and basically, yeah, just thinking about your health first and your fitness. So don't worry about too much about, oh, I haven't lost this, I haven't lost that. I think sometimes being consistent and just putting your head down, and then looking at one day and be like, oh, actually I didn't try those jeans on for like 4 or 5 months, but they look, you know, they feel a bit better, they look a bit better on me. I definitely say don't put too much pressure on yourself, because stress isn't great either for losing weight. I had the experience of that on the with my wedding, because I felt like a lot of the weight that I wanted to try and lose wasn't budging, because I was so stressed about doing vendors, organising vendors, getting things correct, all that I just got to a point I was like, oh, I'm stressing myself out. So definitely don't stress yourself out. It's always about health first, rather than aesthetic at times, because aesthetics come and go. As we've seen, 1 minute it's about looking skinny, next thing is, you know, having a big butt, next thing is being muscly. Like, just trends of the body continuously change. So I always say don't move and flow with the trends, just enjoy your body. Like, fair enough if you want to change it. I never have judgment for people that do want to do that, but if you're not the type of person that wants to do that, do not feel the peer pressure of actually wanting, do not feel the peer pressure to become that. Because I think sometimes we have the misconceptions of like, well, it's trendy in society. Society changes, society is different in so many different places. So I'm African, and I remember when I went to Africa on holiday once, I felt like a princess, I felt like a queen, okay? You're pretty, you look beautiful, you look pretty. And I was just like, oh, for me, when I'm in England, I don't always feel pretty, because that's not the standard that's seen as always beautiful. It's like being skinny and all that. So I definitely think sometimes you have to kind of realize that it's society is different in other countries. In other countries, your weight is probably seen as amazing, and then in other countries it's not seen as amazing. It's just always going to be it's always going to be like this. So that's why first and foremost, love yourself. Don't think about how other people are doing things, how society is viewing things, because trends come and go, as we've seen. At the end of the day, the most important thing is you, your mental health, and you just enjoying life and not taking everything that's said as being, you know, oh, this must be the right thing. When you're young, it's so simple, it is easy to fall for it, because I was there. Excuse me. I literally, you're there, you're young, you're like, oh well, this is the fashionable thing, like, you know, and when you're young, you're trying to find yourself. That's the main thing you have to understand. So I do have grace for like kids and when you're younger, because I was the same. You're trying to find yourself, you think, oh, maybe this is how I should be, this is how I find myself. So yes, just advice for the younger ones, don't feel pressured. You'll find yourself one day and you realise that this is me and I'm not going to change, and I don't even care. It does come later on in life, but sometimes it can start early. So if I can be a bit of a catalyst for that, I'm happy I can be that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful for those going into the new year, wanting to like lose weight and feel like, oh, what do I do? These are a few 5 steps that are simple enough, but do not put pressure on yourself to be something. Do not put pressure on yourself in a way that is unhealthy. You can put pressure on yourself, not pressure on yourself, but you can motivate yourself and be like, okay, I want this goal, because it's good to have goals, but do not make it into an unhealthy way where it consumes you and you're unhappy. So, you know, just make sure it's about your health first. Add the fitness into that as well. And enjoy the process. I've tried to be content in each process, because sometimes you don't realise how far you've come until you've enjoyed each part of the process. So thank you so much for watching. That's been it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Please do like, comment and subscribe. If you'd like more videos like this, please let me know. If you'd like to kind of see like my pictures of how I lost weight in the past and regained it, lost it, tried to maintain it, let me know, and I'll kind of put them probably on the thumbnail, and maybe a later video if you want more in depth of what actually I do in the morning with intermittent fasting and all that. So thank you so much, and I'll chat to you soon.